Sheila Corona. Welcome to Sassy Seer Sheila and New Light Streaming Love. This is the Medikey 03, The Returnless Path by Jason Gray. // timeline underscore abandon colon exit open bracket anchor colon source dash inside dash source. The original transmission date of this writing was June 10th, 2025. There is quite a bit of code here again. In this one, he felt to place transmission coordinates. There's binary code. There are latitude and longitude codes. There's just quite a bit, both at the top and the bottom. So I highly recommend that you allow your eyes to move over this writing and take it in. Stop following the sentences. They are slowing you down. Something in you is still reading this as a sequence, line by line, word by word, meaning after meaning. That is the last structure. Time is not what you think it is. It is not the clock, not the past, not the future. Time is the belief that anything must arrive, that something is not already here, that something needs to move to become real. You have never questioned that deeply enough because everything you were taught, everything you experienced, and everything you remember confirms it. Things, quote, happen. Things, quote, change. Things, quote, move. Now look again. Not with your thoughts. Look with the part of you that is not moving right now. There is something in you that is not progressing through this. It is not going from beginning to end. It is not arriving anywhere. It is already here, and it is already here before you, it was already here before you started reading. It will still be here after you finish. Everything else you call, quote, experience is moving across it, like light across a surface that never shifts. You have mistaken the movement for the foundation. You have mistaken change for reality. You have mistaken sequence for existence. / timeline underscore abandon colon exit open bracket anchor colon source dash inside dash source close bracket. This is not about stepping out of time. There is no step. There is no out. There is no transition. Those are all movements. All movement is what collapses here. You are not exiting time. You are seeing that time never had authority. It was never holding anything together. It was a way of interpreting continuity, a convenience, a lens, a formatting layer, not a law. Now, the deeper fracture. You believe you are moving through this text. You believe you started at the top. You believe you are progressing downward. You believe you will reach the end, but what if all of it is appearing at once? Not as information, as presence. Your mind cannot hold that because your mind is built on sequence and something else in you can feel it. Now, I'd like to pause here and say that actually I can hold that in my mind, and I'll tell you why. Because I actually have suspected for a very long time that everything was concurrent. All past lives weren't past, they were happening concurrently, all at once. So, although I've always suspected that, and this confirms that, this has offered me another perspective into it, in that for whatever the reason, I have always had that feeling, and now it is knowing. I don't know if that made any sense. Hmm. You believe you will reach the end, but what if all of it is appearing at once, not as information, as presence? Your mind cannot hold that, but because your mind is built on sequence, and something else in you can feel it, that everything is not unfolding. It is already here. There was no entry. You think you entered this life, that you began somewhere, that you came into existence at a point. That is memory speaking. That is structure organizing perception, not truth. Because the part of you that is aware right now did not begin. It has no starting point. You cannot find its origin, not because it is hidden, but because it is not located in time. There is no path. A path implies distance from here to there, from then to now, from who you were to who you will become. Remove time and path collapses. There is no distance. Only appearance and disappearance within something that never moved. There is no return. Return is one of the deepest illusions. Return to source, return to truth, return to self. All of it assumes that you left. You did not. You experienced layers. That's what I have said before about multidimensionality. I feel like that's what he's describing here. You moved through interpretations. You cycled through identities, but you never left the field itself. So there is nothing to return to and nothing to return from. Source inside source. This is where even, quote, source breaks, because source implies origin, and origin implies beginning, and beginning implies time. This has no beginning. It does not generate outward. It does not expand. It does not evolve. It simply is, and everything else appears within it, without changing it, without moving it, without leaving it. What you are feeling right now, if you slow down just enough, you will notice something subtle. A slight disorientation, not confusion, a lessening. I'm sorry, a loosening, like something that's used to feel solid is no longer holding in the same way. That is not loss. That is structure dissolving. The part of you that relied on sequence losing its grip and something else is becoming obvious, not new, just no longer hidden. Creation without time. You thought creation required process, steps, time, effort, development. This is how creation appears when filtered through sequence. Without time, creation is nothing that happens. Without time, creation is not something that happens. It is something that is revealed instantly, completely, without needing to arrive. The collapse. There is no before, there is no during, there is no after, there is no start, there is no middle, there is no end. There is no was. There is no is. There is no will be. There is only this, not the word, what the word is pointing to. You step off the track of time and into a field that never left itself, but even that is too much. You never stopped. There was no track and nothing ever left. Timeline / timeline _ abandon : exit, open bracket, anchor, source, source dash inside dash source, close bracket. And then again, there is quite another list of coding here that you will definitely want to get a chance to look at. And again, it is right there in Facebook in this writing. But I would prefer that folks have the writing under their belt, so to speak. It's signed Jason Gray. And also to allow your eyes to move over the pictures as well. Wow. Okay, so this is the last one for the day. I think I have to allow some integration. So until we meet again, my friends, be well.